Welcome to RJ from the third floor, episode 1. Listen, we had to go get the number one host in the city, and I feel like the number one host in Michigan. For the first episode, we had to do it big. I got Domanyce in the building.
Appreciate you having me, man. What's going on? Thank you very much.
Listen, man, I had to bring you up here. First of all, I had to bring you up here to give you your flowers.
Okay.
You I don't even know if I ever got a chance. You inspired me because you are one of the most resilient hustlers I know.
Okay.
Hands down. Like I've seen you in so many different phases of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, from rapping to promoting, you know what I'm saying, hosting, not a personal trainer. Now you a personal trainer, you know what I'm saying? And you don't know how big that is because for me personally, I've seen a lot of guys that come from the background that you come from doing things you've done that they don't know how to move on to the next thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can't find a success because they still caught up on who they was yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man. So I always thought that was like super dope.
I appreciate it, man. I was raised and groomed by hustlers, from my mother, my father to their parents, So I ain't really know my dad that close, but the little time that I did be around him, he was always working, know, which I know that's where my daddy get his hustle from, which is stud in me. So, and my mama, she just that,
No, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So, how I wanted to ask you, like I said, because I've seen you, you know what I'm saying, throwing parties. First of all, gotta give you a shout out for this. You the only person I know that you missed the $2 Tuesday,
Right.
had a weekly event that's selling out for years.
9 to be exact.
Exactly.
Just to throw that out there.
Exactly. 9 to be exact. Exactly. Man, so when I say, I got to give you your flowers.
I appreciate it.
Now, I wanted to ask, is this something that you chose, or do you feel like all these things kind of chose you? How did you get started? Like, throwing parties, hosting, things of that nature. Did you always have that? And I'm asking multiple questions at a time.
No, I got you.
Did you always have that personality, like, what I'm saying, where you feel like you would make a good host?
Yeah.
Or was this something that kind of just you stumbled into, like, hey, Domanyce here, put him on the mic?
Okay, so I done been on a few podcasts. I'm gonna answer your questions, but I'm gonna just say this because you, bro. It's gonna be probably a lot of things we talk about that I haven't shared with nobody.
Oh shoot!
So
don't give me the exclusive.
We're gonna get into all that because it's a lot of questions that people want to know personally about me. But to answer your first question, it just kind of every hustle, every genre, everything that I done got into kind of just came to me. So like before I even got into like promoting and hosting parties as an adult, I used to have like after school little parties at my house on a porch. Everybody that grew up in Paris and Hood, they know, I always kind of been, well, let me take it back. How my personality even got to where it is. So I have a brother who's like a year younger than me. We actually like 11 months apart.
Okay.
His birthday come before mine. So we be the same age for 2 weeks. His birthday in June, my birthday in July. So, I was in the first grade and he was in the kindergarten and I was a shy kid. Like, believe it or not, if everybody that know Domanyce now, y'all probably wouldn't,
I would never see that.
Yeah, like, so what happened was I was a shy kid in first grade. Like, I did not like to do nothing in front of the classes and stuff. So my teachers and my mother had a conversation. And then my teacher was like, he does his work. He just don't partake in nothing. He don't read all out. He just don't do nothing, we'll pass him to the second, or, we can just hold him back. So my mom was like, let's just hold him back. And I feel like that's what turned me up. So when that following year came, even as a first grader, because I was always smart. As a first grader, when I realized me and my little brother was in the same grade now, all that shy shit went out the window. Like, I was like, I got in trouble for being a class clown. I was like the teacher's pet. I was like teaching a class. I was like just letting people know I'm not a shy kid,
Yeah.
So from that, leading all the way up to like my middle school, I always just been just the the hype of the party, like the life of the party. Like that just turned into me. You know, we was just used to when my, you know, back in the day when your aunts and uncles and your mom friends them come over and stuff, and they'd get they little buzz on or whatever, and the kids would be acting out
Putting on the
Temptation
show,
and
yep.
putting on. Yeah, we was doing that. So it started young. It just came to me, and then by the time I got to like middle school and high school, when it came to like pep rallies and stuff, I just was always just like just center of attention. So I used to, when my mom worked second, so when I used to come home from school, I used to invite people over, and you know, this back when we was listening to CDs and we had the big house speakers and shit. So we used to when WDZZ used to play all the jams, I used to record it. You know how I used to record it?
Yep.
And then you had a tape and you flip it over and stuff. So it started from there, and then I end up bumping into like shout out to General and Showbiz and all they whole family. They know who I'm talking about. The Tylers. They was throwing like teen parties.
Yeah.
They seen how lit and I turned I was, and then we end up collabing. So it started from like doing like teen parties and stuff. And then after I started doing teen parties, it just went from there.
That's dope.
Yep. Went from doing like teen parties, and now I got my name out there. I always was kind of like I said, once I got turned up from the first grade, I always, each school I went to, I let my presence felt. So motherfuckers knew me. You know, I went to a couple different schools and shit, you know, let my name be known and teen parties. And then once I graduated from high school, me and my brothers and them got we always rap. You know, in Flint, you either gonna rap, play football, play basketball. You know, it's just, you know, even if that ain't what your goal is, like, you know how to do those things. So like after I graduated and stuff, me and my brothers and them used to rap and stuff. And then I moved to Memphis. And then when I came back from Memphis, you know, I ended up doing a little bit. We could talk about that if you want to. But then I came back home, and my brother and them would turn me up on the rap. Like, these niggas is like rapping. And I'm like, damn, this what we doing? He like, yeah, we be doing shows and shit like that. So, you know, boom, bright idea. So I'm like, bro, we gonna do our own shit. You know, I know you got your people in them. You can still rap with them and shit, but fuck that. You gonna rap with me too. But I want y'all to be the rappers. Like, I get on a couple songs with y'all here and there. I never wanted to just be a solo rapper.
Right.
Just so people would know, like, why you stop rapping? That was never my goal, to just be like a solo rapper. I kind of just wanted to be like a Birdman or like a Dre, like without making beats though, just because I don't make beats, but just kind of just, I can get on a couple songs and I can make the right connections for us. You know, I can go talk to these people at these clubs and shit and get this book. I wanted to like be executive,
kind of like a hype man. Yeah,
that too. Like I was looking at myself like an executive, a hype man, like just make sure the business is together. So that's what we got the rapping and shit. Then we started getting booked for shows, and then shout out to the legendary Dollar Day.
Shout out Dollar Day.
And I know it sounds like I'm rambling, but I'm just telling y'all a story on how, because if anybody that's tuned in want to know how it happened, this is how it all happened. From first grade, turn me up like all the way leading up until now. So we rapping, getting booked, Purple Moon, Rubes, like whatever, you name it. You know, we just all over getting booked for shows and stuff. And but I used to be at the club a lot, even the days that we not performing.
Yeah.
So, and I used to always support the local acts. So, like I said, shout out to the legendary Dollar Day. One day he got familiar with me coming in there a lot because I was a hustler. So I always make, you know how it is. You make money on the block and then you got to go back then. You know, that's what we thought. You go to the club and show it off.
No, so, for sure.
Yeah. So we rapping. So he know me from rapping because he booked me. And then he just know me from always being there. And he pulled me to the side one day like, you ever thought about like doing this promotion and hosting and shit? And I was like, shit, I used to throw teen parties, and that was just right there. He like, oh, you about pretty much know what it is. And it just started from there. So he like, I see you rapping and stuff like that, but if you want to, let's be clear, we was getting booked, but we wasn't getting really paid.
Yeah.
You know, we might get free entry, a couple drinks or something, but
a bottle, we know
that.
Yeah,
you know how that shit go.
Yeah.
So, and Dollar Dave kept it real here, like, hey, I see you rapping and stuff, and I see you support a lot of people, and a lot of people know you here. Like, you ever thought about just doing this here? Like, let's be honest, you ain't really making no money there. You can make some money here. And I'm like, shit, let's do it. So shout out to Dollar Day. He gave me my first little gig of promoting and hosting as far as, you know, adult clubs. And then it just went from there.
Where was it at?
JB's.
Okay.
Yeah, JB's on Door Highway. RP to JB's.
RP JB's. Yeah.
You know, we miss JB's, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, shout out Dollar Day. Yeah.
Shout out to Dollar Day.
I don't think he get the credit he deserves.
No, Dollar Day
for this promo shit.
Yeah, shout out to all the promoters that's in Flint or not in Flint that did or still doing their things, not taking nothing from them. But
Mhm.
I feel like Dollar Dave name do get left out a lot, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially from because he a little older than a lot of us in my era.
Mhm.
So like I know we had the furloughs and the people before, you know, around. I don't know a lot of them because I was young, but I know Furlough for sure because he was my coach. He
Mhm.
was doing his thing before he moved. But that's like I said, that was the older crowd. But Dollar Dave was like kind of like that person that set the bridge between that crowd and then the younger generation, which was my crowd that was coming up. So
Mm.
yeah, shout out to Dollar Dave. He brought a lot of people to the city. He brought a lot of life to the city. You know, events,
And I think
parties, and shit.
think he was, me personally, I think he was one of the first ones that was promoting parties and that would try start doing concerts and like big
Yeah,
events
big
at the
events.
White and stuff.
Yeah,
I think he set a trend with that. You know what I mean? Well, a lot of the other promoters was like, "Damn, we can do that too."
yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, I don't know the history before him, but as far as my era, I know he
That's
was
who I
one of the
saw. Yeah.
first. Yeah, yeah, he was one
Mhm.
of the first for sure.
Now you said you lived in Memphis. How long were you down there?
I was in Memphis for like about 2 years.
To you,
Yeah.
what did you what did you learn in Memphis? Like what, you know what I'm saying? Did you get any how can I put it? Did Memphis help develop the swag of Domanyce?
So yeah, I can. So I think that's the beauty of when you kind of can call two different cities your home, or
Mm-hmm.
like have a home base and then like a city you consider your second home. Because I always felt like, because so let's take it back just so people can know. So I did the Memphis thing before the promote, like the adult promote. So the
Mm-hmm.
Memphis was kind of like not straight out of high school, because I moved like a couple years later. Like I graduated from high school, kind of
Mm-hmm.
did the college thing for a minute. That didn't work out. Then I was just hustling. Let's just
Yeah.
keep it a buck. I was just, you know, a motherfucking hustler in the city and shit. So I always felt like I had personality and swag and stuff like that. But when I moved to Memphis, you know, just being in a different, you know, environment and stuff, I feel like it turned me up a little bit. Cause you know, that's kind of like where the goals came from. Not these, but like, because I had the pop outs first. And
Yeah.
yes, for anybody that's asking or want to know, yeah, these are permanent. You know, these ain't coming out. So, to answer your question, I feel like it kind of turned me up a little bit more than what I was turned up, because I got to see, because this was my first time as an adult staying in a different city. Because when I was my first year of high school, me and my brother moved to St. Louis.
Mm.
So right after I left middle school here, my first stint of high school was in St. Louis at Vaishon High. Anybody from St. Louis watching, they know about Vaishon High. Shout out to Vaishon High. I did like ninth grade year, and that kind of, you know, you still a kid, but you coming into a young adult. That kind of turned me up a little bit too.
Mm.
So when we came back, it was just like, oh, it's bigger than Flint. You hear what
No,
I'm
for
saying?
sure.
So I give that St. Louis as far as my teen years, but in like my adult years, I'll give it to Memphis for sure.
And it's crazy. That explains so, because I always notice when you rap, you kind of sound it kind of like a southern accent a little
Yeah.
bit when you rap. It come out. I hear it. So
Uh-huh.
that makes sense. You done been in all the places where they talk super country. So
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So no, that's dope, man. So, I mean, now you said, but off camera, you said something that was very. I think the people need to hear it.
Yeah.
So you were talking about your religion. You were
Yeah.
talking about religion. Can you let the people know, you know, what you just told me about when you were thinking about going Muslim?
Okay, so the question we was having before we got on air was asked, you know, what did I come up in churches?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, when I was smaller, like as far as I can remember, you know, going to church with my mother and grandmother and stuff, we was going into like a Christian church. And I want to say from like, let's just say birth, because I don't know when it started, but
Right.
from birth to probably like maybe elementary, like fourth or fifth or sixth grade or something, or even earlier than that, we was going to like a appreciate it, brother. We was going to like a Christian church, and then my grandmother like ended up converting over to like Jehovah Witness.
Mm-hmm.
So from Jehovah Witness, like I was telling you, up until like damn near an adult, that's what I came up under, like, you know, studying Jehovah Witness and stuff like. Um, but I still go to other churches and stuff like that. But to
Mm-hmm.
answer your question, like I did a little stint in a state prison, and I end up bumping while I was there. I end up bumping into a relative, which is really related to my daughter, but he called me family too. So he seen me, and he was like, "Damn, that's Deja dad," you know. And I'm like, "Oh, what's up, cousin?" We got the kicking it, and also I was hanging around with him and his buddies, and I go to some of they little
Juman,
Juman and stuff. That's what I would look for, some to the Jamans and stuff like that. And I was considering joining, and he, like I said, out of every religion or person that believe in what they believe in, he the only person that I felt like kept it a buck with me, like, because all these other religions be trying to recruit you.
Yeah.
You should come do this, or you should live by this and that. But I was considering being a Muslim, and he told me some real shit. He was just like, I don't mind you coming to the Juman, but you don't have to rush and take your shahada here. Like, I'm full-blown Muslim, and I'm telling you this myself. I still study other religions. Like, so before you just quit to join a religion because you hang around with us, I feel like you should study all the religions and just pick which one you think fits best for your lifestyle. Because like you were saying, as long as you get the word, it don't matter where it's coming from.
As long as you get the message.
So like, and when he said that, a light bulb went up. So like, now I don't mind learning all the religions. Like, not right now. I if you ask me what I am, I feel like I go to more Christian church, but like I don't mind learning Muslim, Buddha, Jehovah's Witness. Because if my mother or granny call me now, like every year they want me to come to like one of the Jehovah's Witness, I'm gonna go with them or something like that. So it's like, learning all the religions is just saying what's best fit my lifestyle. And even if you do still got a lifestyle that best fits you, me personally, I feel like ain't nothing wrong with still just learning other religions. You shouldn't turn into like a gang or nothing.
No, for sure.
Education is good, so it should be good to know how other people beliefs or what they beliefs are. And I feel like that's what be wrong with a lot of things in a society now, and why a lot of politics or religions don't like be having negative things to say about each other, because they don't take the time out to even want to learn the other people believe or why they believe this is why like that. People just believe what they want to believe in and just put the other person down in their beliefs. And no, everybody might got a point in what they believe in.
No, that's dope. And it's crazy that you say that, because I can like, knowing you personally.
Yeah.
I can see traits from different religions. Like I've always you have traits of a Muslim dude. Like, you remind me of one of my comedy homeboys, Ali Sadiq. Like, one thing I know,
shout out to Ali.
Yeah, I noticed you you don't mess with the pork.
Yeah, no beef.
And one thing that you do that a lot of Muslims are serious about is you do exactly what you say you're gonna do, regardless of what you got going on. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? You stick to your word. That's a trait I see in a lot of Muslims. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, for sure. So that's dope, man.
So before you keep going, we got Tommy Boy. He said, what you know about East Boogie?
East Boogie? Hey, listen, man. I stayed down in St. Louis. If he talking about St. Louis, I stayed down in St. Louis from like half a semester of my 9th grade year. And the only reason I came back because, like I said, I had a brother. He was ready to come back. My brother wasn't really feeling that country shit. So he called my mom, and my mom was like, if I send for one, I'm going to send for both of y'all. But shout out to St. Louis, because that's where I got these done at, my goals and shit. I just had to go down there recently when I just got back to get 2 on replaced. But I like that they shine high. For sure, I stayed on the south side on Arco Street. Yeah, I can look it up. I ain't going to make none of this shit up. And when I stayed in Memphis, I stayed in East Memphis. So I know a little something.
Yeah, he said all religions you can get a knowledge from, but at the end of the day, one God.
Yeah, and and that's how I look at it. As long as I pray to my one God, that's everybody got their own beliefs, like I said, and everybody should have their own personal relationship with that one God. So that's all that matters at the end of the day.
No, for sure.
He said a park called East Boogie. I guess it's apartments called East Boogie.
I can't name I don't really know the.
He's talking about St. Louis.
Yeah, he never answered my question. He talking about St. Louis or Memphis.
And I went to St. Louis for the first time last year. Man, listen, I had a ball. First, the one thing I love about St. Louis, every woman there had a fat ass from what I seen. That part. Even the white girls, man. I ain't never seen nothing like that. All the women got fat asses.
I think that just a South thing, like going
True.
South. Like once you consider, because it's crazy how St. Louis is the dirty South, but it's still like the Midwest.
Yeah,
and I think that's why,
right next door to us.
that's why I think I related with them too, because I'm like, damn, I know there's some country shit, but it's still the Midwest. You hear me? But shout out to the Southern girls because they do be strapped.
Cornbread fed.
Yeah.
And it's crazy too, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if you had a stage Jehovah Witness, a lot of people in Flint probably be Jehovah Witnesses because you're such a trendsetter. They see you knocking on that door, they ain't shaking you out like, hey, that's Domanyce.
That's Domanyce. What you do? Yeah.
Let me hear what you got to say. Tell me about Jehovah's return. Oh man, but yeah, man. Now you said you did a little stint in prison. Tell me what that did for you. You know what I'm saying? How did that affect you?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
You were talking about how you did a little stint in prison.
Yeah.
Tell me what that did for you. Like how did that help you become who you are?
Shit, I knew I didn't want to keep. It took me one time. Like you got to think, when I did that, it's like I did every stage that you could go through. So I was on probation. I was in New Path. Then I went to prison. Then I left prison and went to boot camp. And then I left boot camp and then I was on parole and I did teller twice. Like, I don't know. I mean, I can't speak for nobody else. And I know you can't predict the future. And I know we all just be in survival mode trying to just make it out. But yeah, it kind of sitting in that motherfucking shit. So I was sentenced to, it was my first offense. But okay, boom. Let's just put it out there. So when I moved to Memphis, I was already on probation here in Flint.
Gotcha.
I was already on probation here in Flint for, little dope case and shit or whatever. And I was on probation. And I had this method and this remedy because they used to drop me. You had to go do the piss test, the urine test. And I had dropped the dirty in Miss Logan.
You ain't had no Wizinator?
Listen. So I had a remedy, but then sometimes I would get lazy.
Yeah.
Because you got to be on your shit the way you're doing it. So like, especially if you pissing yourself instead of having a fake synthetic piss or whatever.
Yeah.
So my last dirty I dropped, my probation officer told me, like, if you come in here and drop a dirty, I'm handcuffing you myself. Like, fuck calling the people. I'm just going boom. So I knew I was dirty and I had to go see her that Monday. So I didn't go. And then, unfortunately, around that time, we had a death in the family. So we had people here. And like one of my aunts that I was telling you about, she was staying in Memphis. So, we had to repass and all that. We just talking, Auntie. And I'm like, Auntie, I'm going to go down there with you. just joking.
Yeah.
And she like, you for real, nephew? I'm like, no, you for real? She like, yeah, you can come. So to make a long story short, I AWOL'd on my probation. I moved that. So them 2 years I was in Memphis, they was looking for me up here. So I got down there and it's crazy because I almost got expedited back to Flint because I ended up getting a job and everything. I still had my Michigan ID. And one day I was at my cousin's house and they called me like, you want to come in, DJ? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm flying to work and I got pulled over. The police pulled me over. I got my Michigan driver's license. He read my name. He like, oh shit, like you got a warrant, back in Michigan and shit. I'm like, damn, acting like I ain't know, like for real. He like, I'm finna go to my squad car and see what they want. So I guess he was trying to get in contact with somebody here. I was just sitting back in his squad car for like 30 minutes. And he was like, today, your lucky day. They ain't answer. He like, what I'll tell you to do is I will give me a Memphis, Tennessee driver's license. So that's what I did. So that's what got me. And, I wasn't wanted for murder. It ain't like it is now. So it ain't like it was like outstanding that they were just looking for me. Like they were just in Michigan and shit. So boom, that's what I did. And I ended up getting that. And that's how I lasted 2 years in there. But I was coming back home to visit. And man, I had a pistol. I'm gonna just tell you, I ain't gonna lie. I had a pistol and like a half pound of weed on me and shit, and got pulled over. I had just passed like the welcome to Michigan sign. I'm like, it's like a relief. I'm like, hell yeah. Like I'm home, and then we got pulled over, and one thing led from another. And I ended up going to the joint and shit.
So you didn't even make it to Flint.
Didn't even make it to Flint.
Damn.
Yeah. I was locked up in Ben Harbor because I was around that St. Joseph County. I was around St. Joseph County and Ben Harbor. Anybody watching around that area, they know whatever. I met some really cool people down there. Shout out to them people down there. If y'all still alive or around, my people that I met in Ben Harbor and shit. You know, it's cool. But yep, end up leaving there, and they sentenced me to. So what happened was, I got, boom. Now I got the pistol, the weed charge, and I already got a charge on me because I, AWOL from my previous probation shit. So I got sentenced to a 1 or 2. I had to just plead to the pistol. They dropped the weed, and this was before it's like a mandatory 5 years or something. I told you I ain't been back yet, so I don't know how I go, but I heard it's like 2 to 5 or something like that now or something.
Yeah.
So, I got sentenced to 1 or 2, and then by this my first time even getting a number to go. I was lucky enough and I was eligible enough for boot camp. So I did like all together in the prison system from the where you get the stake when you first get booked there until you get find a prison for like 6 to 9 months, and then I did the rest of the months of boot camp. And then when you finish boot camp, you just automatically get a parole. Like it's automatic. And then it's only 18 months. So I finished that shit up, and I was like, came home, had to do teller for a few months, finish off my parole, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to. And the crazy thing is, because I got off parole, and so this answer your question. So I end up doing everything right, got off parole, was a free man, and I end up getting caught up in some more shit back in Michigan. So, but I ain't gonna lie, to every state, Michigan will book you, but we do got more lenient laws than any other state because like I got caught with some bullshit, and I just knew I was gonna go back to the prison. I'm like, fuck, and they end up giving me probation. So I had to do that for like another like 2 years and stuff. And then once I got off probation from that and shit, I'm like, all right, that shit ain't. They had to do teller again and all that. I'm like, this shit ain't that.
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah, this ain't that.
Listen, how long has been since you been in any trouble?
I can sit here and say that was about 20. I came home 06, 07. My daughter was born in 08. Then I got off, and then around 2019. My daughter finna be 18 in March, so I'm about 18 years, something like that. Yeah,
that's a blessing, man. Because I think we all can vouch. It's easy to get in trouble, but it's hard to get out of it.
So out of prison, I think it's been like my daughter finna be 18, so like 20 years since I've been, from prison on parole and all that. But then remember, I told you I got in a little other trouble, and once I got that out the way, that's been maybe 14 years. So between that, so 20, and then I got in trouble again, then got that. So like since that last situation, I'd say about 14. My daughter be 18, so about 15 years or something like that since I got into some trouble or some shit like that. That shit ain't for me. Knock on wood. We ain't got no wood around here. I'm still a thug. I'm thugging, but I'm doing it the legit way. So
and ain't nothing wrong with that. Listen, speaking of legit way, how now you like I said, you went from promoting to throwing parties to hosting. Now you are a personal trainer, man. How did that come about?
Working out, like the throwing party and hosting, and that's a lifestyle. So you drinking, you hanging out late, you eating the food that's cooked there, you eating past it, certain times you ain't supposed to. So I got a little out of shape, cholesterol then got high and shit like that. And before you know it, I'm looking at pictures and it's just like, and wait a minute, but shout out to DJ Train because he a legend around here too, and he used to instill this in me way back though. Like no Diddy, he used to just be like, Domanyce, you nice looking man, like you want to work out and stuff, because you are the attraction. People come out to see you. I used to hear him, but I ain't never take it serious till I got like a little older. But that's why I'm giving him a shout out, because just imagine if I would have been on it now to then, I probably wouldn't even have no shirt on right now. Like J.R. Smith, like I'm always with my shirt off, like for real. But just I had got on a scale and it was just like I'm only 5'9.5", 5'10". So, and I'm not tall. So like 215 for me was heavy. They was calling it the baller belly or something. I was rocking the baller belly. drinking lean and shit. And then one day I looked at myself, and then what made me, I'm finna answer your question, but what made me get into the gym, anybody who hosts a party or been at a party at our house, y'all know when Saw the Baby 2K17 come on, I turn up. And you just give me the mic, even if I don't got the mic, give me the mic. And one day, and I was, doing my thing, hosting, and I was, by the time the second verse come, I was hiding in the DJ booth because I was like gassed. I was like I thought I was finna like pass out.
Dang.
And I couldn't breathe and shit. I'm like, oh hell no, this ain't me. I'm still kind of young. And I started going to the gym, and I've been on my fitness and health journey like the last probably like 4 years. So I'm proud of myself and like that.
Absolutely.
So what made me get into like personal training and stuff, like, people still watch me and follow me. So they seen my transition. They seen me. So they, I have a lot of people hit me up like, Domanyce, like, you motivated me. And it just started from there, just me posting little reels and videos of me working out, showing before and after pictures, and just having a couple of people hit me up. And then I was like, my cousin, he trained, shout out to Shump Fitness, shout out to Tony Rich, he trained, shout out to Terrell, like shout out to, it's a lot of dope ass trainers in Flint, man. Absolutely. For real. So, and I'm shouting them out because I was working out with them guys first, and like, I'm never the type that'll step on nobody's toes, but I'm still a hustler. So I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna start. They like, get you some clients, do your thing. And like I said, because everybody got their own people that follows them. And it just started from there. A couple people reached out, asked me about my fitness journey, and asking, can they come join or will I train them? And I'm just like, yeah, that's just another bag to jump in. You see what my shirt say. Anybody watching, if y'all see, thou shall keep a bag. You hear me? So that's how it started.
Okay. Now, I know a lot of people probably curious. Tell them how they can start training with Domanyce and what it look like.
Oh, don't come in there being lazy. You can reach me on any one of my platforms if you following me. If not, my name at DOMANYC from TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat. I got them all. Like, just type in my name and you will see me, and then because I'll be posting little stuff. I should post more, don't get me wrong. I kind of like, I don't know. I just got to get back on my social, since I'm kind of like on like the content creator type thing now. I need to get back to like posting and stuff, but like, it's just kind of burnt me out a little bit. And I just felt about now only really just go on there a little bit and shit, but I'm gonna get back to posting more. But like, if you want to just come turn up and, just be ready, like, just know you can't. Oh, and listen, just real quick, because a lot of people see who I work out with and the things that I'm doing and be like, I want to come work out with you, but I'm scared. I've been working out for 4 years now. So like, don't look at what I do and be scared. Yeah, because you got to start off somewhere. You got to be a beginner. I was a beginner before. So don't think you just finna come in there and just do and lift and just do everything you see me posting and doing. It's not like that.
No, because even 100, I was like, remember I told you I want to work out with you.
I'm still waiting on you. I was waiting on you to say that. Like, yeah, I'm still waiting on you. You hit me up so long ago.
I said I'm gonna start working out first alone because I don't want to die with Domanyce. Like, yeah.
A lot of people say that. Like, it ain't like that. Like, and to each his own. Like, a lot of people be like, I want to tap in with you, but I want to start doing it first so I can get in the rhythm. Man, I don't care what you do, just as long as you doing something. I even tell people, excuse me, y'all. I even tell people, even if I'm not the person that's training, especially getting at the ages that we is now, just get in there. You don't even have to come to the gym that I go to. Just go to a gym or go somewhere and get your money. You hear me? So yeah. I'm on that now.
Now, once I got to get my schedule figured out. Once give me like a month and I'll be ready. I got to get my schedule. I right now, because comedy is kind of different in the wintertime. Like, you'll find shows on weekdays and Wednesdays, and like, I got a show next Wednesday at, at a nursing home.
Yeah, and you were just telling me not to cut you off. You just saying you literally just got back from LA doing a show. So yeah.
And it's funny that you was talking about like you got to get back on your social media. Yeah. Man, me too. Like, Dante called me yesterday. He like he wanted me to do a resume for him or something. I'm like, man, I'm in California right now. Yeah. He said, nigga, you ain't posting no content or nothing. Right. I said, man,
you got to get back to it, man.
I said, man, I'm horrible with that.
Because I remember when, better. Yeah, I remember when like it first hit. Like, I used to be so much, but it's like, it's crazy because people, and this just recently happened to me last night when I was up at the lounge. Like
Mhm.
people see me and still ask me like, you still doing this, or you still got this and that?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like y'all was so used to me just being out. Like now you got to just see me to know if I'm still moving. And yes, I'm still moving. It's just I just got to get back. No excuses because it's all fall back on me. But yeah, I got to get back on my social media. But I be seeing why, and not saying I'm at that status though, but I be seeing why, like, you know, people that are busy, like celebrities and stuff, have other people doing their social media for them or doing like their content, because like I be just trying to get to the bag. I be so busy just trying to make a dollar that I don't even be thinking about that shit. It might be a day or two before I even touch my phone as far as even considering posting something on social media. So yeah.
And so I remember back when I used to remind myself I need to post on social media 2-3 times a day at least.
Yeah.
And they keep the algorithm going. Now it'd be like, man, I ain't.
Especially now, like first we used to just do it to do it. Now they giving away that bag.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like y'all need to get. I be getting a little money, but it ain't enough. I want more. Like,
Right.
I be seeing what people be posting and what they be getting. I'll be like, yep, I got to get back to my shit.
Yep. Yeah, and because especially your lives, because you have one of the most engaging lives.
Let's address the elephant in the room. Yeah, people ask me that too. Like, you don't be addressing the elephant? Yeah, I do, man. I do, man. But I think what happened, like my page had got like shadow banned for a minute, like because I would go live and it wasn't pumping like it used to, and so that kind of made me fall back too. Now I think I'm off of it, and now I'm getting back into the algorithm, like you said too. So I'm gonna try to post more stuff, but like I don't know, most of my stuff be like fitness stuff now. Not all of it, but
which ain't a bad thing. But yeah,
no, it's not.
Now tell me, because we just talked about this off camera. Where did you get the name Domanyce from?
So listen, I think this gonna be the first time I done spoke about this on a live or a podcast or anything. So, we can definitely put it on the floor right now. So a lot of people think that my biological name is Domanyce. And I don't mind them thinking that, shit, it don't matter to me. That's what I go by. That's my like everyday name now. But, my biological name is actually Don, just D-O-N, Junior. I'm named after my father, I am a junior, like, so that's my name. For anybody wanting to know, my name is Don Jr. and stuff. I'm named after my dad, Don Jones Jr., of course, because I always kept the Jones, And but it's a funny story. So remember I was telling you when I did that stint in the joint, right? So I come from a family like my daddy and my brothers we always played dominoes anyway. So I thought I was pretty okay, pretty good. So I went got locked up, and I'm like, oh, these guys is good because they playing for bread and butter. Like you either playing for bread and butter or you playing for push-ups. So like that kind of turned me up because I used to be in there getting belt to ass. No Diddy, like they used to. But I had my fair games that I won, but like it was just a while that I was just always on the ground doing push-ups. You hear me? And I'm like, man, fuck that. I ain't finna keep doing push-ups. So I sharpened up my game. And I think I'm pretty decent now. I'm good. So, mind you, I come home, playing dominoes. And one day I was playing dominoes with my neighbor, or where I was staying at out in Audrey's place back in the day. You hear me? My nigga, damn, I forgot his name. But if you watching, you know who you is. I'm surprised he ain't never be like told nobody. Like I gave him that name. Like I know I would have told somebody, not even hating, but like,
Yeah.
But anyways, like, one day, me and him just sitting up, we, smoking us a little bud and shit, playing dominoes, and I'm whooping his ass, like, just whooping his ass, and he just out the blue, like, man, damn, bro, like, you good, man, you like just like the original Domanyce around this bitch. I said, what? I'm like, what? Say that again. And I'm like, oh, dog, that shit dope. Now, mind you, this around the time like I'm doing my rapping shit with my brother. It's funny because if you ain't been around, Domanyce sound a whole lot better than 4/5. That would have been my name. And my name was gonna be 4/5 because my brother's name was Slick 50. You either call him Slick 50, Slick, or 50, but it was Slick 50 together. Yeah. So I'm like, you Slick 50, I'm 4/5. You hear me? And I can see Domanyce trending way more now and then than just 4/5. So
absolutely.
you know, he said that, and I'm like, damn, how you spell that? He like, I don't know, but I spelled it my own way, like Dom and Nietzsche, you know. And then I wanted to spell it the way it's spelled now, just so it can throw people off and shit. Like, your name pronounced what? So that's for anybody want to know. That's where it originally came from, my neighbor, and ever since then, that was in 07, 08.
Okay.
07, 08. And when he said that, I dropped the 4/5, and it just been Domanyce since then till now. And that's where it came from. Y'all heard this first on my brother show, RJ from the third floor. You know what I'm saying? So can't no other podcast that they heard me say that but you. So yeah, that's where it originally came from, and it just
That's
been
crazy.
and it just stuck with me since then.
Man, and you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I knew your pop's name was Don, and I still thought Dominique.
Yeah, because you said that. You like when bro asked you like that's his government. I said no, it ain't. We can talk about it. It's about time. I don't mind talking about it now. So yeah, because if you know, you know. If you don't, it's all good. You hear me? That's why I never correct nobody. Like some of my peoples used to. But you got to think, I said 07, 08. That's like my daughter finna be 18. So that's like 18 years of people, the people that met me from then. So they'll get into it. My people like, his name Dominique. They be like, you fool. No, you don't. That's my people. You hear me? So I love it. You hear me?
Man. Listen. Now, you had your hand in a lot of events. You've hosted a lot of big major events. Tell me what's your proudest moment? You know what I'm saying? Your favorite event that you've been a part of.
So I want to name 3 of them.
Do your thing.
So it's like losing your virginity. No diddy. So the first one, I can't remember what it was, but the first show that we had at JB's that Dollar Dave actually let me host when we had whoever he brought. I can't even remember. We done did so much from him to Dink to Big Dante to like C-Bill, like just a lot of people done just did a lot of shit. So it's hard to remember who was the first act. But the first, maybe it was like Doughboy Cash Out or Team Eastside. This is how far I'm talking about. But like other than them, the first celebrity like he brought, like, and I was actually the host. That was like my proud moment. But then like after that, like getting off into just not just doing club hosting. I had hosted the comedy show at the Capitol. And that's when DC Young Fly,
I remember, yep.
Carlos, I can't remember, but because it was like a different bag I was jumping in. And that was a proud moment because I had to actually show my range of hosting and just instead of just like turning up, you had to actually entertain the crowd, kind of be funny a little bit.
Yeah, I was just like say that show how good of a host you are because it's rare that, you know what I'm saying, that people who aren't comedians can host a comedy event.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that show that you really, the fact that you know that,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, you gotta be funny, keep the crowd entertained, you know, this person bomb, you gotta go out there and make the crowd hype again. Yeah.
Yep.
So that show how dope you are at this.
Yep. So that, and then believe it or not, like I said, shout out to like I don't know who all was involved. I think it was like Dink, his brother Montez, Ray Tyler. I don't know. I don't want to throw no names. E-Baller, shout out to E-Baller too. Like I don't know who was all involved in that, but like they had hosted they had threw a concert at the Dork Federal.
I remember, yeah.
And it was NBA Youngboy. And that shit was so dope. That was the first time I actually seen that. So it just felt good to be on stage and just see all them people there watching me before the act come on with their cameras out. You know, I'm on there like, y'all grab y'all phones. If y'all follow me on Snap, I'll follow, you know, just to turn them up. And when they did Gorilla, so I wanted, like, when they brought like Youngboy and Gorilla here and it was just so lit there, like, that was one of my proud moments too, just to be on stage at home in front of thousands of people and shit, saying my name, you know. After that, a bunch of people following me on my network just for me shouting it out. So that was super dope. Shout out to them guys too.
Absolutely.
That booked me. Anybody that ever booked me, from E-Baller, Chris Bell, Dink Saucer, Big Dante, Ray Tyler, Dollar Dave, Key Rail, Skinny, just anybody that just, because I don't want to leave nobody. C20, just anybody. James Carr, anybody that ever booked me for anything, like I appreciate that. So that would don't I could say them some of my problems, especially like I said when I had to jump off into a different bag when it came to hosting.
No, for sure. And I'm gonna be honest, just as a consumer, it don't really feel right if it's in Flint and Domanyce ain't hosting it. If it ain't Domanyce or Silly Boy, it don't feel right.
Shout out to Silly Boy
Shout
too.
out to Silly Boy.
He actually kind of paved the way for me on that, because like you said, I was promoting and hosting. I mean, promoting and throwing parties and stuff, but like critique. That's one person that hosts. Now, don't get me wrong. No Diddy. Anybody, any event that I'm at, if it's a host there, I'm paying attention.
Yeah,
I'm peeping and shit. But Silly Boy is like the big bro.
Yeah.
Of this shit, and he ain't one of those funny. At least not to me. I don't know.
Same,
he ain't
same.
never did. He always never, and would just call me if he see me hosting some or something. He'll text me or call me like, bro, you did a good job, or you should do this, or I like that. Like, I fuck with Silly Boy. That's big bro. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Silly Boy was like the first when I first started doing comedy here. He was the first big person to acknowledge me, you know what I'm saying? To like, he remembered me from the show I did at Arlene's. He's like, man, that's that boy RJ Leary. And I don't even think I did that good that show. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's big bro for sure.
That's big bro. So shout out to, he need all the flowers he can get for sure, man. Because he's still, even now, y'all be talking about my reign, but you got to think this nigga still got a reign too. He's still getting booked. I still be very impressed. And when I go to any event or something, he doing this now, I'll be like, damn, big bro. But he did go to school for what was it, communications or whatever it was. So like, he got, his range is just crazy. And I always pick up, and I ain't ashamed to say, I always pick up little pointers and stuff from him and be like, okay, I'm gonna try that and shit like that. So shout out to Silly Boy for sure.
Absolutely. What's next for you?
So I actually got a meeting today. I ain't gonna get off into no details or nothing, but I got a meeting today, and I'm finna probably back off into this one bag, and just stay tuned. Anybody that be want to know what's going on, just stay tuned. Like, cause me and one of my person I got a meeting with, we finna trying to finalize on some things and just bring a little bit more life back to the city. I don't want to get into details. Say it
Third
too much,
said the cat out the bag. LOL.
Who the third?
Yeah,
he must. What? Which part you talking about?
What cat out the bag?
What cat out the bag? So I can see what you talking about, because definitely got a meeting today, and I'm gonna see what's up. And all I'm gonna say is y'all gotta stay tuned. That
sounds like a money meeting right there.
Yeah, let's hopefully make sense. You hear me? Yeah. Hopefully it makes sense. But right now I'll be, people still be asking me, do I be hosting and promoting? And yeah, I do. But I ain't. Oh, my name. But you been new though, third. So yeah, didn't nobody know that. That's why I said I told bro I got some information for him for his show. Didn't nobody know? Now everybody know. But yeah. But I ain't finna. Like you said, I feel the same. Like, especially parties in the thing here, when they, in no disrespect or to no body who be throwing parties or who be even hosting these events, but like, yeah, it'd be like, you having a party and I ain't hosting it. Y'all motherfuckers crazy. Losing y'all mind.
Absolutely.
But yes, absolutely. I still will host your event no matter what it is. I still would turn up your party or whatever. But I'll be in my personal training bag right now. I be me and my shout out to my brother Pooh Diddy. You had him on here not too long ago, didn't you?
Yeah.
Delano, for anybody don't know, we got our own little, food spot over there across the street, not too far from here, called On the Bricks. Make sure y'all check it out. So I'll be up there with him, making shit shake. Y'all can catch me behind the bar. And shout out to my brothers and them that own the King Cigar Lounge on Miller Road for my cigar smokers. You could catch me up there as well, making it make sense. And but back to something I wanted to share to you. That because you were saying like you always known for me to like be hustling or have motion and something like that. I have to shout out to my brother Pooh Diddy, I just named, and my cousin D Still. If anybody that fuck with any music or anything, y'all know who D Still is.
Absolutely.
You hear me?
Absolutely. That's
so listen, I'm shouting them out because they the one that told me like your name alone, basically like you need to monetize your name yourself. Like you're a walking billboard, you are a walking bag yourself. Which I already knew that from being a hustler, but just on some legit shit. So that's why, like, I don't like, as times change, you're gonna always see me in the algorithm or somewhere getting a bag or hustling or something because, man. I mean, I'm a good nigga. I feel like
Absolutely.
I ain't did nobody wrong, and I don't try to do nobody wrong. But
not that I've heard of.
But I am about that paper, we definitely about that business for sure. So Dominique, the first to put a bottle on his head back in '09 and a blue strip on his face. Yeah, I did. I was doing that. That was them JB days. Like it's trending now with the people, but I've been doing that. Bottles on my head, walk around with $100 bill across my forehead. Shit that in our city people like, oh, he lame or chatty. But I knew what I was doing before. That's why I said before social media hit. Just imagine if we had social media then when I first got lit, man. Oh my God. Them Facebook checks and that social media checks will be crazy right now. Yeah, absolutely. Just giving y'all a little history. I never really gave y'all no history. Even when I go live, I might talk a little bit, but I ain't never really gave y'all no history. So when bro hit me up to come be on the show, I'm like, yeah, we can get personal. We can dig off into whatever he want to talk about. I even let people know about Domanyce.
Dope. Listen. Also, we talked about off camera. You a granddad now.
Yes, man. My baby, man. Yes, man. Yes. For anybody that know, I know I still look good for my age, but I am a pawpaw for sure, man.
That's what you have. That's what you had them call you, Papa.
It's not them. Don't do me like that.
We not him.
We gonna knock on wood again, Deja. You better not, Boogie. You better not even think about it. My other daughter's too young right now, but hell no, don't think about it. No, I have a granddaughter, and
granddaughter. I'm sorry.
She's actually her birthday coming up. She finna be 2 in February, so she ain't really talking yet. She say little words, but yeah, it'll be pawpaw. I was thinking of a couple of different, G-paw and all that, but pawpaw got a nice little ring to it. You hear me?
Nah, I feel you.
I don't mind. So, yep.
Do you feel do you feel old, or is like with being a pawpaw now? Is it have the need to keep yourself hip, kind of?
Yeah, I got to, man. I got to, man, and it's good to have like young kids too because they keep you hip. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'll be a little outdated sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, but no, I don't really feel old, man. Like, like I was telling you, not at least not physically, mentally sometimes, like just the overall thought, like, damn, I really gotta. My daughter finna be 26, and her daughter finna be 2. Like, damn, like I'm up there. But other than that, that's it. I think it's more mental than anything.
No, for sure.
Yeah, because I'm still moving around. I'm still, by the grace of God, I can move around. I can still get out and hustle. I can still do what I got to do to provide for the fam.
Dope. Shoot. So let me ask you a question, man. You've had a long career that spanned 2 decades.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to get into tough ones now. When it's all said and done, what you want your legacy to be?
Overall, good nigga, man, that took care of his business. You hear me? A good nigga that took care of his business. He didn't play about his daughters. He didn't play about his family. And he was always on a mission to be better than him. Like, and when I say him, I'm talking about myself. Like, I never try to compete or be in competition with nobody. Like I said, shout out to all the other hosts and stuff. If I'm sitting back watching you, I'm never a hater. There's no hate in my blood. Because I might learn something. Even if I think I'm a better host than y'all, which I do feel like that, I'm going to pop my shit. But some of y'all niggas and females are dope. And I be even learning a little shit from y'all, but I'm never no hater. I never throw shade. You ain't going to never hear nobody. Domanyce said that. And if somebody did just ask me, and I'm going to tell you if I said it or not. And I know a lot of people get on social media and podcasts and say that, but some of them be lying. If you ask me if I said something about you, if I said it, I'm going to tell you I said it. If I didn't, I didn't. Because I just don't believe. Even though I know we live in a cruel world, I still try to live by like it's still good people out here because I'm a good person.
For sure.
So I always just try to lead by example. So I really try not to do nothing that I don't want nobody to do with me, even though they would. So legacy just, like he was just, like you said, like no matter the time or the era, he kept motion. He kept a bag. He was always a good nigga. And he took care of his family. He made sure he took care of business. So that's the legacy I want to live by, I always try to uplift people or even give people advice to better their situation or they self. Yeah.
Dope. Now, Who are some people that have inspired you?
As far as
Whether we talk about hosting, promoting, like who are some of the people that have, that you've learned from, you know what I mean, that have been influential in making Domanyce? I know we said Dollar Dave and the Silly Boy.
man, I'm a family oriented person, so it's a lot of people around me who just genuinely want me to win myself, not just for just genuinely for me. So, uh, my dad, my mom, back when I was hustling and into the streets and shit, my big cousins, I always looked up to them and they motivated me. Like even my cousin who, was doing his thing, he always when he see me, he'll give me my flowers because, I used to be copping from him and shit. And now he be like, bro, I just like how you took that street hustle and just turned it into like some legit hustle, like what you be doing. So the family members, I don't really want to say no names and shit like that, but they know who they is if they genuinely fuck with me like them. But shout out to my cousin Trilo. She been my baby. Yeah, like
I remember
Trilo 3000. She hated because she older than me now. So she like, I'm just gonna go by my real name. Call me Katrina. I said, you gonna always be Trilo 3000, man. I love her, man. And people be weird. They be like, oh, you with a girl? That's my cousin. That's how you be knowing people don't be knowing history of me and shit like that. Yes,
yeah,
that's my blood. Cause it's funny because we used to be in clubs and
I remember you used to joke like you a kiss on the cheek.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, but listen, this is why we started doing that. Like, this is why I started playing with my cousin and joking like that, because like back it used to be people like guys that I find her attractive and be like, I wanted to talk to you or say something to you, but you was with your dude. She'd be like, who? The dude with the dreads? And I had dreads? Like, stupid, that's my cousin. Back before I got married, when I used to be my club days, people be like, oh, I was gonna talk to you, but I seen you with your girl. What girl? Like, it's my cousin, So that's what made me just start doing it, fucking with people, because I'm like, that's how you know people really don't. They be claiming they know me, but they don't. If they don't know that Trilo is my cousin, then they just stupid. So like, even though I go on her job and be like, everybody, this is my girlfriend. She be like, boy, get the fuck out of my job, fucking with people and shit like that. But yeah, Trilo. But back to your question, like, shout out to the people like Dink Salsa, Furlough, Dollar Dave, Montez, which is Dink brother, Big Dante. DJ Train, like I said, Silly Boy, C20, Teddy P, man. Trying to think of the people who was doing their thing before me. I'm gonna just start naming spots and shit now, like Marcus Num at Arlene's Num, just like people that was having motion in this promo game before me. Like I said, I'm not a hater. Like that's who kind of like put that spark in me a little bit. So I want to shout them guys out and give them their flowers and shit.
Dope. Now, if it was one venue in Flint you could bring back, whether it be JB's, Arlene's, Encore, what would you pick?
Damn, man, only one?
Yeah.
Okay.
We could do two.
All right, JB's and probably Purple Moon. Shout out to all the other dope venues that we had, but like them where it started from. Like if them was still here and you could probably just add something to them or rearrange or something, like that'd be dope. Cause Purple Moon actually big as fuck, man. It's actually was the spot for when you had concerts and shit like that, especially if you ain't trying to go big like the Dorf Federal or the White End or like the Capitol or something like that. That was a good little situation, man.
Shout out Francois.
Yeah, Purple Moon was it. I remember the first time I ever went in Purple Moon. I was just like, to me, I was like, shit. It reminded me of one of the clubs when I stayed in Memphis and shit. Like, god damn, like this was So I liked the Purple Moon. It was so fucking big, and I never realized how big it was just going in there as a consumer until I started actually doing shit there. Finding out about the kitchen, the other back rooms that they had, like that shit was dope, man.
Yeah, for sure. Rest
so
in
probably
peace, Purple Moon.
Yeah, probably like them too or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Legendary.
Absolutely. What do you say? What third say?
Purple Moon was lit. Hell yeah, for sure.
Man. Now, you speaking of family, you got all girls, don't you?
Yes, sir. Damn.
Ain't no damn, because you ain't going to no nursing home. I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, listen though, after my last daughter, it was just like it was over. I just had to go see them people. Like, Snip, snip. I'm just say that, man. Like,
was that baby Dawn?
yeah,
Okay.
she the youngest, man. Shout out to my baby, man. She know she
Absolutely.
love her some daddy for sure.
Yes,
She
sir.
was just
They
at
all
the gym
do.
with me. Yeah, they all do, but I can't even say but because they all do. All my girls is like daddy's girls, man, for real, yo.
Mhm.
And then once my daughter got pregnant and she had it, or we was both having our fingers crossed, hoping that she had a boy, so that can be like, and she had a girl. And I was a little upset. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Who wants their kids to have kids? Like, but she grown, but after she had her, like her daughter looked like me. Like all that shit that went out the window. Then I said, oh yeah, this is my little, I call her my chocolate drop. She got a little color to her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to my baby. Azani.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Man, still can't believe you're a grandpa. The youngest granddad I know. But yeah, man.
Well, you a comedian. We got 30-some-year-old grandmas and stuff around here now.
You're right.
Third grandpas, yeah. So yeah,
No,
at least
for
my
sure.
baby did wait till I hit in my 40s for sure.
No, she did real good.
Yeah, she did good.
24.
Yeah. She was 24, yeah. Because she, like I said, she finna be actually her daughter's birthday before her. So her daughter will be 2 in February, and then she'd be 26 in March.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So you did a great job. You did a great job.
Try, man. I appreciate it though, man.
You said so. You no trying for a boy, huh? Because you can get that snip reverse.
Yeah, he told me. The doctor told me for sure. Yeah. Maybe if wifey changed her mind or something. But other than that, we content,
No, I understand.
Yeah, man. I still think about it though. Like, shout out to all my nephews. I got a lot of nephews, man. And as an uncle, man, and I know they all love me and look up to me. I wish I was in a better position so I could just have my nephews around me whenever I want. But that's what I'm still hustling for. But like each personal relationship I got with each and every nephew that I got is super dope because it's like having sons that you ain't got. You hear me? And every time I have like a genuine or a good moment with them, an uncle nephew moment, I always be like, damn, I wish I had a son, especially when they get older, because now we can talk about grown man shit, man. I got some of the funniest nephews, man. They be having me crying, and it just be like, damn, man, this is where I was supposed to have a son for sure.
They probably happy though that you don't have a son because they can get more of that and more of your attention.
Maybe what it is, you hear me?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because my mama probably the only one other than my oldest daughter, Deja, because she been rocking her. I had Deja when I was 18, so we like grew up together pretty much.
Yeah.
If you know what that means. For any young parents, you know what I mean by that. Like,
no,
I never treated her like a friend or nothing, but I'm saying as I was learning how to be a dad, this was my baby. She actually, me having her young as I did is actually what showed me how to love my other daughters.
Mm-hmm.
But probably besides me, her, and my mother, like we really she wanted a little brother. I wanted a son. My mama wanted a grandson from me because my other, she got grandsons from her other children. But me saying that is because I almost forgot what I was going to say because I'm thinking about having a son. But like people be saying like it's probably best because like, and they be saying it jokingly like, cause like if you'd have had a son, you'd have just be like, fuck your daughters. I'm like, no. But he probably would be right here with us right now, RJ. I ain't gonna lie. Like he probably would be everywhere, like with me. Like I would have been, one of them. That's why, not to throw shade at nobody, but let's address the elephant in the room. Like when I be seeing these women out with their sons at the bar, and you're gonna be a parent. I am not taking them, but like, where the fuck is the dad? Like that's what I be talking about. Like his mom, if I'd have would never have to take him to the bar unless I'm out of town. You can't. But I'm saying if we in the same city and shit like that, you ain't taking your son to the barbershop, to the movies. Like you ain't kicking it with this young little dude. Like that should be throwing me off. Like, man, like I said, he probably be here right now. My daughters probably be jealous, but they just spoil you already. So I'm still gonna spoil y'all, but let me teach him how to be a man so he won't have to go down the same like how my daddy should have did me. All I would have did was just cuff him. Like, yeah. When you get older, you still have a decision and a mind of your own, but you can't say like my daddy ain't show me shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Dope. But man, it's like you on the way to make you an appointment now.
I mean, I like, and then my young like baby Dawn, them like her and Vay and them, they getting old now, man. So like, and me and my wife travel a lot. I don't think I want to mess that up right now.
I feel that.
Because Deja graduated. And then, like I said, Boogie, she finna be 18. This her last year, so it's like 2 down, 2 more to go. Like, who want to start over now? Like, yeah, we want to be able to walk around the crib butt booty naked. You hear me? All that good shit. Take trips when we want. They got to worry about no kids or none of that.
Man, I get it. I get it.
So yeah,
I think y'all change y'all mind once Dawn graduate. I ain't gonna lie. I think when she graduate, y'all gonna be like, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and have another.
But you got to think though, and let me knock on wood. Okay, and let's knock on wood though. Like, why? You just said I had all girls. They gonna produce one day. You see, Deja done proved it that they're
True.
gonna produce. So
True.
When they get older, the other ones that's younger than her, and they decide they want to produce, then maybe they have a son, and then they can drop them off to Papa and Gma. And then when we get tired of them, we can just come pick him up.
That's real.
Yeah,
you right. You right.
Come pick him up.
But huh?
All right, trust me, all girls make a man stronger / better. Nothing against those young men, but I have seen so many families grow when they get all their girls. Yeah, my girls, they act, yeah, because they make me want to have my shit together, man.
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah, because I gotta lead by example. Like, I can't be the blind leading the blind. So that's why I be just trying to be like a stand up nigga, especially when it comes to my daughters, because. And Deja tell you, because even at 26, she'd be like, Daddy, I be meeting friends and I be telling them, like, I ain't comparing you, but if you can't do with I still open the doors for my daughters, man. Like, for real. Like, and it would catch an attitude, not literally attitude, but, would talk shit to them like, hey, what you doing? I got this, just trying to lead by showing them how love's, how a man's supposed to love you, you know what I'm saying?
No, for
Having
sure.
conversations with them and stuff like that. But yeah, that definitely make me want to just, because like I said, I got all girls, man. I can't be out here. Like I said, blind leading the blind, and I got girls, and they be like, "Well, my daddy ain't shit. I ain't gonna be shit." So I'll just try to be that dad. I'm a real girl's dad for sure.
I got a question for both of y'all. So sitting here now and y'all having this conversation, like rewind when y'all kind of crossed paths back when you was younger. Could you see yourself here? And then what would you tell yourself then that you probably would have gotten here quicker? Which would be a message to those that are listening, or the youngs that's listening now.
So the first question you asked was, say it again. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So
go ahead.
So could you see yourself here, like when y'all first crossed paths when y'all was younger? Could you see yourself getting here? Could you see this future, like, being a father, being successful, being stable, out of the streets?
No, I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah and no, because I always wanted to be a better person, even when I was thugging it, like when I was in the streets and stuff like that. But the way the world is steady growing and it's just new shit going on, I didn't expect it to be like just yeah and no. Yeah, it's like I had expectations, but like I didn't expect to be like, because you never know. Who knew that the world of content and podcasts was gonna take over the way it did, like it is now. So it's like a yes or no question, answer to that question.
And then the second question was like, what would you tell your younger self now that you have this information, so your younger self can get here quicker?
So what I would have told myself then, knowing what I know now, is make sure you stay a good person and make sure you keep a good name. Make sure your name stay good and clean so you can monetize yourself. And when I say monetize yourself, it's like how can I say it? It's like, once you a good person, even though you have bad things that happen in your life, it's you good person. I feel like the good always kind of outweigh the bad. Like, and it's always to put you in a room with people because of your name alone. You don't have mud or stain on your name to get you in certain rooms. So it might take longer, but you make sure you monetize yourself and stay a good and genuine person, even when you feel like everything is going down bad, because one day you never know who you in front of or what opportunity that you have to let people know what you bring to the table, or if you are the table. Like,
So
like
that
what
might
is
be
it?
the only asset you got. So just
Yeah.
keep your name.
Yeah. Like me, like, man, not other than me and my brother having a spot that we got right now, like a job, I ain't had no job, and I ain't taking that from nobody. I do, got benefits and all that, but like me being a good person, my name holding weight, having no stain on it, and me monetizing myself, it always left me room to be able to make money and, you know, be able to take trips and take care of my family and be a father for my daughters and stuff like that, and be a good husband to my wife and shit like that. So it's like, yeah. So that's what I'll tell myself. I'll just be like, capitalize on everything that you're doing good. And then eventually, like back I was saying, like, who knew social media was if I had social media, or if I was just recording as much as what we do now back then, ain't no telling where I'll be at right now.
Right.
So that's what I tell myself.
So Chris Bell said, "What's the word?"
What's up?
T. Lee said,
C. Bell, what up though?
Shout out to C. Bell, man.
And T. Lee said, facts. He said, me too. I got 6 girls.
Shout out to T. Lee. We talk about it all the time. We hit each other up like, man, I could talk to you because you got all girls. I'll be like, yep.
Oh, that's our cousin too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Tommy Boy said, do you believe you reap what you sow?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you know, yeah, man, I be trying to, I'm a conscious person, but I be trying not to get too deep off in that shit. But that shit is true. Like every little route that I went down, that I learned from,
right,
I always think about like, why did that happen, or how did that happen? And then I take a trip down memory lane, like, oh shit, man, that's.
So it might have been because of
like like even when I told you I went to the joint and did the stick because I got caught with the pistol, like, and I'm like, why? And I just thought about what I did, even though, you know, niggas didn't get caught then.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I look at it like, you know what, it could have been worse. Let me just take this slap on the wrist and I could just move different now.
So you walk it down and come back different.
Yeah. Yeah. So I believe, you know, it's definitely, because you can't, man, you just can't be just a evil, bad, nasty person and don't think that even if you're getting away with it for years,
it's gonna come back on you.
Yeah, when that time comes, don't be surprised.
Gotta face that iron curtain one day.
Yeah, so that's why I say I try not to hate those sort of, you know, I'm not perfect and I'm not trying to be perfect, but I definitely just try to just move a genuine way because, like I said, I don't be want. And like I said, we living in a cruel world. You can't predict or control how other people's actions and stuff is, but long as I'm doing my part, that's how I look at it. Like that's gonna be something that they gonna have to deal with. I always feel like people that do me wrong or do me bad, especially if I know I ain't did nothing to this person or nothing, as bad as I be wanting my get back, they'll get it.
Yeah,
let me just keep doing it. Yeah.
Well, Tommy Boy said T. Lee, the female basketball player. No, T. Lee is he has one of the best female daughter basketball players. She gonna be in the WNBA. But no, T. Lee, he used to knock folks out back in the day.
Yeah, my nigga. For sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Central Indians. Everybody I went to Central, I gotta shout y'all out for sure. That's the high school I went to here. One of them. People ask me, look, I know this off subject, but like, before I went to Central, I went to Northwestern, right? So a lot of people know me from that. And they be like, you act like you ain't never went to Northwestern. Like it's always Central this. Yes, because Northwestern put me out. And I didn't even do nothing. Like, have y'all ever been kicked out of school for something that you didn't do? And what I mean, you know, that's just like the old story. Like, I'm in prison, I ain't do nothing. But I'm saying, like, literally, like, I got kicked out of Northwestern because of my brother I was telling you about.
Yeah.
They kicked him out and said, take your brother with you.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even do nothing. I'm like,
guilty by association.
Man, guilty by association. So we at school, I'm in first hour of homeroom or something. Man, my brother been fortunate enough to drive cars to school since forever. Like, I ain't gonna lie. We've been driving since we was like 12, 11, 13 type shit. So we drove to school, and then one day he got in trouble for whatever it is. He said it was his do-rag. The principal told him to take it off. He was like, well, I got to take mine off, and he got his on, you know, whatever the word. I wasn't in the hallway. He came to get the key like, bro, give me the key, because I had drove that day. We used to take turns driving. And I'm like, nigga, I ain't give you the key. Where you going? You ain't leave me? Like,
right.
Man, well, I'm out. Like, shit, Mr. Fry just put me out and said, take your brother with you. I said, nigga, you just got me kicked out of school? Like, So I still love my
Over a
Wildcats.
do-rag.
I still go to the, they ain't give no more. Like, I'ma still show love, but that's why Central gets, because I left there and I went to Central. It was like, oh shit, this where I always wanted to go to Central anyways. Let's just make it clear. My mother went to Central. One of my favorite big cousins I grew up, he went to Central. He used to actually stay on the street right around the corner from Central. So whenever I used to go to my auntie and uncle house, we used to go to Whittier and Central and play. And I, as a kid, and I used to just look at this big ass school like, yeah, I want to come here. So it worked in my favor because I end up going there. And so, yeah, and that's what my diploma say. So, yeah, shout out to the Central Indians.
Dope.
Third said Central.
That's right.
And then Tommy Boy
Should
said
have
one
been a
hitter quitter
Wildcat.
T. Lee. Say the Tommy Boy said one hitter quitter T. Lee.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Look, y'all remember back in the day when T. Lee and Third was the two towers?
Third be telling me about that too, man. That was a little right after my time, but yeah, that's crazy. You be like, bro, I changed, man, for real. Shout out to the Third. He did change, man. Because he used to be on some bully shit not to me. Some other niggas, It's always been Northside niggas to my nigga Jimmy the Third for sure.
Third said at Central that was Mr. Taylor.
No, I ain't talking about Central. I'm talking about Northwestern. I know who the principal was at Central. We had like three of them. It's Mr. Taylor, Mr. Garcia. It was Mr. Bobian. Like, I still remember them, man. All of them. But yeah, my brother got me put out of N-Dub, man, and it's just been kind of like
that's hilarious.
Like that since then,
Let me say shout out to RJ, because RJ changed a lot too. He came from a hellish situation himself.
Shout out to bro, man. For sure.
Appreciate it. But yeah, man, listen, thank you so much for stopping by.
I appreciate it.
Like I said, I have, and listen, I know people throw around that brother title a lot, but you my big bro for real, man. Like I still remember the day I used to call you with advice about females.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember that, man.
Man, listen. Nah, I appreciate you. I respect you, and it's been inspiring watching you grow.
I appreciate
and
it.
I look forward to see what you do next.
Yep. And I appreciate you being one of the ones that we crossed paths, and you just kept it genuine.
100.
It'd be a lot of fake shit going around the city, man. It'd be a lot of fake shit going around the world. But once we crossed paths and linked and like looked at each other as brothers over the years, and it'd be funny when you be talking to somebody and you see somebody and then, or like old memories pop up and you be like, damn, man, bro been rocking for this long, and you like, you never change and shit. So I just appreciate you just being genuine when it comes to me and shit. So thanks for that, man.
For sure. I still got that picture when you fell asleep in my wedding.
Yeah. Tired as hell or high as hell for sure. Yeah. I remember I don't know if I want to say that, man. You used to ride around in the woo woo with the woo woo. I be like, man, he tripping, man. Just know he used to keep that bitch on him. We gonna say that for sure,
man. But yeah, man. Listen, we appreciate you. We gotta have you back
anytime, man. I love the environment. It's like home, family base here. So yeah, anytime. Just let me know. Give me the heads up.
Ain't
so
this
I can
the
make
best
sure.
view in the city, man?
Oh yeah, it's super dope, man. I'm loving this right here for sure, man. And I feel like I'm part of the family now, like just as a guest. So just like I said, keep me posted for sure.
I got you.
Out of the mud. Shout out to my business partners, Larry Lott and James Mayfield, the greatest Mayfield.
Yep,
and thank you, Domanyce, for coming to Out of the Mud.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all having me.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Listen,
shout out to Out of the Mud, man.
Make sure y'all like and subscribe too.
Yup, and if anybody following me or just tuned in right now and want to know about any of social medias, like I said, just my name is down there. Just put the @ symbol in front of it. No matter which social media you on, from TikTok to Instagram to both of my Facebook pages to X, to YouTube, it's just all Domanyce, man. Follow me. Y'all go like and subscribe on my YouTube channel too. Yeah.
Listen, I gotta get you on some of these skits I'm about to start doing too.
I'm with it,
Let's do it.
I'm ready to jump in a different bag, man. I'm with that, man. And I just appreciate you for sure.
On it. All right, it's been the first episode of RJ from the Third Floor. Man, tune in next week. I don't know who I'm gonna have, but I'm gonna have somebody. We out.
We out, man. Appreciate it.